Good morning, everyone. It's going to be a crazy, crazy, crazy day, and it's going to be a crazy, well, crazy, I mean, in a good way, and a very busy next couple of weeks and month and a half, I would say. We have a lot of things going on. The most important thing is that we celebrate our New Year's in March, Persian New Year, beginning of spring, first day of spring, it's our New Year's. And it's the most exciting time of the year for me. It's my absolute favorite time of the year for me. And that's when I start my New Year's. Always. I've always been like that. Yes, I've spent less than half of my life there, but I've always kept the culture. Every single year I celebrate it with my family. And I thank my parents for this because they've kept it all the years that I was a teenager. They've kept this culture in our family. And so it's been going on. And Jimon's family does the same exact thing. So we're very blessed for that. So that's coming up. So that means a lot of spring cleaning and a lot of decluttering. I do declutter once every season, but they're not as huge as spring. Spring is my biggest declutter. So in Farsi, we call it shaking of the house, like you're shaking the whole entire house. So everything has to be decluttered. A lot of the decor is going away and a lot of spring decor is coming out. My whole wardrobe, actually, I'm very excited to do that with you because I'm gonna go through my whole wardrobe once again. I did it twice this year already. I did it one time in the winter time and one time in the fall. But the spring one is the most exciting one. So I got to go through my whole wardrobe with you. Well, not every single piece I'm going to show you, but I'll show you overall what I'm doing with my wardrobe. Then we have, today I have an event. It's a very exciting event. I'll also take you along. But before I tell you about the event, maybe I need to put you a little bit lower so that I can see you. Can you see me? Oh yeah, you can. Okay. Maybe a tad bit back. Like that. All right, good. I already did my skincare, and while I'm letting that kind of marinate into my skin before I do my makeup, I came downstairs because I need to bake my sourdough bread. It's been in the fridge for 3 days now, and today's actually the last day. From what I know of, experts have said that you can only keep the dough in the fridge for up to 3 days. So if that is not an accurate information and you know of something different, please let me know. But from my understanding, from what I have learned, you can only keep it in the fridge for 3 days. So we made it 3 days ago, wanting to bake it the next day. And then work came up and we got super crazy, so we couldn't bake it. But look how, first of all, I've never had this huge dough before. But yeah, so got the event today, which I'll share with you. I've got to bake my sourdough starter. I've got some unboxings to do with you. Jimon got me a really, really exciting gift. He got me a Le Creuset Dutch oven for my sourdough. And he actually completely forgot because I gotta bring it closer. He completely forgot because he bought that. And he said, open it and use it. And I'm like, I will. And today's my first day on baking after I got that. And he's been saying, you gotta cook with it, you gotta bake with it. Come on, take it out. Like, it's exciting, use it. And some things I just wanna keep brand new for a little bit longer. So I'm gonna cook in my other Dutch oven that he got me. Not the Le Creuset one. Hopefully you can hear me because I don't want him to hear me right now. He was actually here and I got so nervous. I'm like, he's gonna see me put the old one that I have in the oven and he's gonna be like, I got you a new one so you can use this new one. It's the most stunning color of all. No, it's not white. No, it's not ivory. Because I saw the white and it was a stark white. I don't like stark white. My other Dutch oven that I have is ivory with gold handle. A brass handle, and that's what I love. I love ivory and gold. I don't like crisp stark white with silver. That's not my color palette. As you can see, everything behind me is ivory and gold. So then they didn't have ivory and gold. They had that white one that I just showed you, but then Jimon said let's get blue. He loves blue. I don't like blue Dutch ovens for some reason. The color blue that they use is not, it's very loud, and if I want to display it on the countertop, it will always be in my eye. It was like a highlighter. And they had some other really, really loud colors. I'm sure a lot of people love it. And don't get me wrong, I love loud colors. When I go to some people's houses and they have loud colors everywhere, I'm like, oh, I would love this. But me personally, I cannot live with that. Like I see it sometimes on TV, I'm like, oh, I would love to have a red wall and a green wall and a blue wall and everything so colorful and so happy. But then I'm like, I have one colorful thing on my counter and I'm like, remove it. I need muted colors. I need everything to be neutral because it's easier on my eyes and it calms me down more. So I'll unbox it with you. I'll show you what it is, but I'm so happy that he didn't see that I put the other Dutch oven in the oven. But let me tell you about the event that I'm going to. So I'm going to this restaurant called Blue Duck Tavern, which I've been before as a guest, and it's Pie Day in a couple of days, next week. Oh, exactly 7 days is Pie Day. So in honor of Pie Day, pastry chef Colleen Murphy of the award-winning Blue Duck Tavern. By the way, if you live in the area or if you visit DMV, I would tell you that was one of my absolute favorite restaurants. It was my absolute favorite restaurant. The service, the atmosphere, everything was Michelin star rating. It was that level. It was incredible. Award-winning Blue Duck Tavern will be hosting an intimate pie baking class to spotlight the restaurant's signature apple pie, which was named one of America's best apple pies by Food and Wine magazine. I don't know why I'm still whispering. Okay, well, I don't need to whisper anymore. Sorry if you couldn't hear me. And one of the top 25 best dishes by USA Today. That's incredible. I normally don't like apple pies, but I'm very much looking forward to this. So it's a 45-minute class. We will we will be guided through how to make the flaky pie crust. I'll tell you something, I make sourdough bread and I cook and I bake everything. I've never been able to touch pie. It's been so intimidating in my opinion, so I'm always scared to make pie. And then basically, an added take home. So we get to take something home with us. I'll post the information of the restaurant below if you want to see it, but it has a whole, she was recently recognized one of 2018's top 25 hotel pastry chefs by Hotel F&B magazine. Wow. Chef Murphy thrives on creating unique and personal pastries to create pride in her sharing craft. Wow, that's incredible. That's an incredible bio. All right. Well, I'm going to take it along with me. I'm very excited. As I said, I'm letting my skincare marinate in my skin before I can put on my makeup and do something with this hair. And then while I'm doing that, while I'm going to pop the bread in the oven, and while that's baking, I'm going to go upstairs and do my makeup. But I've got so many exciting things to show you. One, two, three. Oh, I still get so nervous sometimes. I can't see what's happening. Oh, beautiful. Hello, beauty. That's a huge. I don't even think this will fit in. Dutch oven that I was telling you about. It's ivory and gold, exactly my color palette. Oh, it's so hot. I get so nervous for this part. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm going to put some ice cubes. I genuinely don't know what's gonna happen. It's barely fitting. Alright, close the lid and it's gonna go in the oven. this is the moment I'm gonna open the lid and let it bake for another 20 minutes or so without the lid on so that it can crisp up. But let's see the moment of truth, how this dough turned out. Holy moly, that's huge. That is a huge one. The scoring didn't even work. All right, I gotta close it before the heat gets out. All right, I want to put it for another maybe 17 minutes and see how it turns out. I want to show you when it comes out fully. Why are you looking at me like I couldn't fit the previous dough in the thing. Will you help me with the oval one?
What does that mean?
I had a hard time picking it up and I didn't want to call you because I thought you were in a meeting. So the moment we take that out, I like to put the other one in there because the oven is on.
Use your new one.
Archie, look at your babies. What'd you say?
You should use the new one.
New one? No, they said you're not supposed to use it within the first month and a half to 2 months. And then if it hits beginning of summer, you cannot use it anymore. So depending on what time of the year you buy it. Oh, this one's not sticky at all. Just a little bit. I think that's enough. It won't, yeah, it feels like it's gonna fall out, but it won't.
Come on!
No!
Why? Just unbox it, let's go.
No!
Come on! It's my gift to my wifey.
Yes, it is. It's not orange, because I kept talking about the color. Hey, show the color!
Yeah.
So this color is called olive green, right? Exactly the green I like. Olive with the gold hardware. And it's an oval, 8-quart oval. I'm not using it today.
Sarv, this fits in here.
I'm genuinely not using it.
Why? Let's go.
Oh my god, no, I don't want to use it. Are you serious? I'm actually sad.
That why you're using the cozier we got you?
I didn't even get to enjoy it for 2 seconds. You
How
brought
do
out
you
the box
enjoy
and
it?
went into the oven.
How do you want to enjoy it? We leave it in the box?
No, put it on the stove so I can look at it.
You can look at it after we finish baking the cake, the bread.
It's gonna be used now.
You can go to
Sulatan and stare at them?
Yeah, you can look at them
From far.
behind the glass.
Behind the glass. There is my brand new Dutch oven in the oven. Where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, very good.
Fit like a glove. All right, can you put a couple of ice cubes behind the parchment paper? Thank you very much. All right, I just got ready. By the way, for my friend on here that said to me when I was complaining about my hair being too short a couple of vlogs ago, my haircut vlog, I was very upset, and she said to me, she knows who she is. She said to me, after a couple of washes and after a couple of times styling it, you're gonna get used to it and it's gonna feel good again, it's gonna feel different. And when I read that comment, I said, that would be amazing, but I would never feel better in 3 or 4 washes. And that's never gonna happen, but it would be amazing if it happened. How did you know? I'm genuinely asking because I washed my hair 3 times since then, and I'm over how short it is. Oh, I'm not over how short it is, but I feel 1,000 times better. I never thought I would feel better until I got my length back. But I've washed it 3 or 4 times, I think 4 times, and it just feels so amazing. So I'm genuinely asking, how did you know? because yesterday was the first day that I felt amazing after being I was actually extremely upset at my hair. Believe it or not, I was more upset than Jiman, my husband. And I genuinely want to know how you knew, because it's short. It's still short. It's not my comfortable length. But after I styled it a couple of times, the first couple of times, no. I was like, this is going to make me so angry every time I wash it, every time I touch my hair. The bread is ready. We gotta open the lid and let it crisp up. So let's see what it looks like. But anyways, to my friend on here that said that to me, I love you, I love you, I love you so much, because you are absolutely right. I feel so much better about my hair, and I love you. Thank you. Let's go eat the bread. All right, so we gotta remove the lid. I'm gonna turn the camera the other side because it's better. All right, ready? This is a beautiful, beautiful pot. Oh my goodness. Oh, I gotta hurry up and put this here before I burn. For some reason, these gloves. It's a perfect size for this. All right, another 17 minutes, and we let it crisp up on top. Let's go see the other loaf. Look at this beauty. My goodness. These breads turned out so amazing. Look how humongous this loaf is. I'm very excited. All right, I'm gonna wait another 17 minutes, take that one out of the oven, let it cool, head to my event, come back and show you everything else that we're doing. Hopefully I can fit everything in this vlog, because I also have to make a beautiful spread for our New Year's, and I have to explain that to you as well if you don't know about it. It's basically a New Year's spread that we have to make, but one of the things that we do starts about 14 days ahead of time. So I got it that today. I'll show you. And then we got some new nightstands for our bedroom. Juma's gonna install them. Hopefully I can show that to you too, but I'm running a little late, so I'm gonna go get ready, get dressed, head to my meeting, and I'll see you soon. Not meeting, event. I'll see you soon. All right, so here's the second loaf, which was the oval shape. This one, round shape, oval shape. I don't think you understand how massive these two are. I don't think you comprehend how humongous. Like, this is my hand. This is the biggest sourdough loaf I've ever seen. I guess my fermentation is working really well. Well, the timing of it. But we got to let them rest for about 2 hours. But yeah, here's the final result.
So we've had this pie since the Blue Duck was opened in 2006. Thank you, Lindley. And our pie is very unique in the way that it's shaped. So it's not a traditional shape of pie, but it's very iconic for us. So today I'm going to show you how we make it. And we make 24 every day, but during the busy time we'll do up to 48 a day. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so during like Christmas and Thanksgiving, we sell a lot more. So apple is the standard for us, so that's what I'm going to show you today. So first, we're going to make the pie dough. Regular pie dough, if you've made it before and you go to bake it, sometimes it shrinks, and the shell itself. One of the things that it's also very important about pie dough is that all the ingredients are cold. So even when you make the dough itself, it's got to be in the fridge overnight. When you fold it, if you're doing an American pie dough, you want to freeze it until the dough is actually hard itself before you put it in the oven. When you put it in the oven, if you're doing regular pie dough, those chunks of butter are going to create steam once you put it into the oven. So that's what shapes those little air pockets in there. Ours is a little bit different, so it doesn't have as many pockets. Our pie itself has, like I said, is very like filling forward. So basically what we're going to do today, later when we do the demo, when you guys assemble a pie, is where it's basically almost like a tart dough, like you're forming a tart. So we have the sides that we're going to put on there and the bottom, and then we're going to use the filling and the streusel to finish off the pie.
So here we've got a mini apple pie that we just made, vanilla ice cream, and 2 samples of the different pies, American and then the one used to make this pie. Very excited to dive in, and we've got some goodie bags to take home with us.
Trying to capture the ambiance of it.
I know, and I said it's good to see what it's supposed to look like inside. So
Yeah.
that we know when we make it.
Yeah, sure.
Good evening, everyone. I just got back from my pie making class and it was incredible. There's one thing I do have to say about cooking and baking classes though. They're not, in my personal opinion, the ones I've been to in the US. They're not too hands-on for the guests, and sometimes I feel like we don't do much. But here's the thing what I realized. It's the time you get with the chef for me. So every penny is, if you're paying for it. This was a PR invite, so I did not pay for it. I was a guest. Even if you're paying for it, which I have in the past for a lot of them, it's the time you get with the chef. All the questions you get to ask, all the tips and tricks they give you. You know how valuable that is? That's very, very, very valuable. Because a lot of recipes you read online, a lot of videos you watch online from chefs don't have that one-on-one experience, and you get to ask whatever. Like I asked her 7, 8 questions and it was incredible. So for me, I'm like, even if all I'm doing is cutting into a cake and she's doing everything else, it's worth it to me, because you don't get that online. You don't get that on writing videos. You don't get that on writing vlogs or recipes. So I came home with a goodie bag and I wanted to quickly show you what I got. So first they gave me a full, so I didn't get to update you on how delicious that apple pie was. I never thought I would like apple pie. Never ever. That was one of my least favorite desserts ever. This apple pie, crumble on top cake pie or whatever, it was a 10 out of 10. And it was also incredible that the fact that we got to see what it's supposed to look like after you cut it or cook it and cut it. It was absolutely delicious. The ice cream was a 10 out of 10. I only had 1 bite of each, maybe 2 little bites of the pie. I'm on a calorie deficit and I'm being extremely careful about what I eat and how much sugar I eat. But I wanted to devour the whole cake and I wanted to just put that whole ice cream in my mouth. It was so delicious. So they kindly sent us home with a full-size pie, one of the ones you saw on the table. They sent us home with the recipe. If you want to take a picture of it or a screenshot or whatever, it will be hard for me to like write this down in the description box, but I'll bring it close if you want to kind of take a screenshot of it. But here is the recipe. I want to make sure you're seeing because I'm being blocked by this paper. All right, hopefully you were able to see the whole recipe. So that's the recipe. A lot of butter, yes, of course, that's why it tasted so amazing. I got I think this is the Madeleine, is it a Madeleine? I have not opened this yet. I want to open it with Jimon, but it's got Blue Duck Tavern logo on it. And beautifully, beautifully packaged. I think this is one Madeline. Is it? Am I saying it right? Madeline? Those little, yeah, I think I'm saying it right. All right. Then, I think this is my favorite. I think the pie, obviously, I absolutely loved it, but I think this is my absolute favorite. So they have a garden rooftop. They have a beehive in their rooftop garden. I'm only imagining what that looks like. And this is harvested from their garden, rooftop garden. Pure honey from our rooftop garden, harvested in our kitchen on August 2014. 2 ounces, Park Hyatt, Washington, D.C., Blue Duck Tavern. I want to see the rooftop when it opens. I want to see it. I want to see it. I think the chef or somebody else said that the rooftop is opening up soon and they want to do some activities in the rooftop for the first time. They want to open it up kind of to public to do more things in their garden. And I would absolutely love, that would be my dream. I want to go to the rooftop and I want to see what their garden looks like, and I want to see their beehive, and I want to see how they harvest honey if I'm able to see that, but I want to see everything else. So that's what I showed you everything. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I got. I had an amazing experience. We have a little bit of a busy day. I want to show you the things I'm doing for our New Year's spread. One of the things I'm doing, here's a short version of it. There are 7 items that go on that spread. They each start with an S in Farsi. And each of them kind of symbolizes something else. One symbolizes happiness, one symbolizes wealth, one symbolizes health. And those 7 items are basically a must on your table, on your spread. Then there are other things that you can add on, well, you normally add on, that have to do with spring. For example, some spring flowers. I'll go over every little detail with you, but one of the first things that has to start now is a sprout. It's actually funny because in English it also starts with S. In Farsi it's called sabze. So what you do is you either use, I think you can use whatever you want, because the last couple of years I've seen a lot of people just have very different and unique sprouts, which I really want to try. I don't know what those sprouts, I think one was a bean. It's mostly either wheat. We've always done wheat or and lentil. My mom has always done wheat and lentil, and so I've just followed her footsteps. So what you have to do is you have to start the wheat soaking now for it to sprout. I'll pop a picture on the screen so you can see what it actually is supposed to look like on the day of. And then you keep it for 13 days after the new year starts, and then 13 days after you have a little picnic that you throw it in some kind of running water. It cannot be a pond. It has to be a running water, a stream or a river. You throw it in, you make a wish and you throw it in. So that's the sprout part that has to start today. And then, so that's the process I'm starting today. And then everything else kind of, it will be a little bit later on. And every year I do a different theme. So one year I had these little little glass balls that are like candle holders or something. I saw it at a wedding and I got inspired to do my spread that way. So we got this branch from outside that we painted white. We got like a couple of branches and Jimon nailed them together to make it look like a little tree, and we painted it white, and I put lights all around it, and then I had these like little bulbs hanging from them, and I had my 7 items in those things. So you can be really creative with it. So every year I do a different thing. Oh, one year I had it hanging from the ceiling with a ribbon, same glass balls I had hanging from the ceiling. Then last year I did a very earthy kind of look, like I had this really long branch. I'll pop a couple of pictures with the year dated on them, like stamp on them, so you can see what they look like. But I think I have anywhere from 2017 I started really saving the pictures. I don't remember where my old ones are. I got a brand new phone and I don't remember having an iCloud backup before 2017 or 14. Either 14 or 17. I don't remember having a backup, so a lot of my pictures got lost. But I'm gonna do that. I'm excited for my nightstand. Waiting for Jimon to come and install it. He's still working, so hopefully he can come install it and you can see the nightstands. They're absolutely stunning. They're adorable. They're a lot bigger, But anyways, I'm gonna stop talking and I will show you as we go along today. I'm very excited for it. All right, let's go. So I started my fast and Jimon wanted to fast all day. But when the man of the house says we're eating, we can't say no. With some homemade butter. I made this butter a couple of days ago. This is salted. Oh, they're both salted. Let's see. What were you thinking about? Oh, that's tasty. What were you thinking about? Where to cut it? Why aren't you talking? Why aren't you saying it? Oh, baby. Look at that spring. Cheers. Wait! He immediately ate.
So, it's so fluffy.
Is that bad or good?
Oh, it's definitely
Sour?
yeah.
Like it has a really?
yeah.
Because it's been in the fridge forever.
Yeah,
3 days.
Exactly.
What do you mean it's fluffy? Is it good or bad? Because
No.
it was the biggest. This is the biggest bread we've ever made.
The fact that it's been in the fridge for 3 days.
Yes.
It's much more airy.
No. That's because we let it. That's because the other one we also let in the fridge one time 3 days. It didn't get as big as this. It's because I let it bulk ferment for 2 extra hours. Do I get butter?
So demanding. Jeez.
Oh my god. This is very. No, I wanted a corner.
My corner now.
Just so good. Can I just have one with butter, please?
No, just do it.
I don't want mozzarella.
Do it.
I don't want it. I
No
want.
tomato?
No, I just want bread and butter. Thank you. Oh wow, this is the fluffiest. Look, it's like falling, but it's crunchy. It's got this flaky crunch crust. Okay, by far
You
this
always
is
make this much noise.
this is the best. I don't know. You tell me. You've been with me for 10 years.
Well, I thought that was only in front of me, but you do this in front of other people
Yes.
too?
I am on camera who I am in person with you.
People actually enjoy this? I don't. I thought I was forced. I didn't know they're forced to.
Alright, Jimon just started doing the nightstand, so I'll take you upstairs. The room is a little bit of a mess and we're doing a little bit of renovation in the room, so we're rearranging the furniture a little bit. And Jimon said, can you say it? Can you say it? One more time. He said, I'm not asking your permission. I'm not asking for your opinion. Just go with it. But we're rearranging a little bit of furniture because we're doing renovation in our room, which is starting in the next couple of weeks. So we're doing the nightstands, but the room will be a mess. But I'll still take you along and show you bits and pieces. I'm not going to show you the whole entire room. But I'm about to soak my sprouts, and I was going to show you. Well, they're not sprouts yet. But what basically we soak is, my mom sometimes does lentils, sometimes does wheat, and sometimes does both. I like to do both because I like to have the look of both of them. So what wheat does is basically straight, like just like grass. I'll pop pictures on this screen so you can see the difference. But wheat kind of, this is organic wheat. We got it from the Persian market. And then the lentil, this is the brand I get. It's the regular green lentils. This is the lentils. So I'm soaking. So the lentils come out a little bit curlier, which give a little bit of a different look. So I'm soaking a little bit of both. And I forgot to tell you that the questions I asked the chef. So I'll go over them quickly, and other questions that people were asked. Basically, the most important question I had was, is this the same pie crust you use if you want to make quiche or anything else? She said, yes. This is the crust for everything that has a crust at the bottom, basically. And she said you can use the same amount of sugar for quiche, but you can, if you want it to be a little bit more savory, you can use a little bit less. And then somebody asked, basically, how many times do you make this until you like perfect it? She said it all depends on temperature. It has to be cold. You take it out of the fridge immediately, you shape it. You don't let it become room temperature. It always, and you pop it back in the fridge. It cannot be cold. All the ingredients, because a lot of baking, all the ingredients have to be room temperature. She said with this one, everything has to be very, 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 very cold. Those were important questions. And if I remember any other question, I will make sure I give you detail. I know I said we asked questions and it was so important, and then I didn't brief you on it. So those were the important questions that we asked. There were a lot of questions asked, but I will share them as soon as I remember. But I'm soaking this a little bit. So all the previous years, I used to soak the whole thing, and I used to have like 7 huge dishes, but now I'm just gonna soak a little bit. So I'm just gonna keep the rest. I think I'm gonna do half. I always get scared that it's not enough. That's why I go more. I think that should be enough. All right, I'm soaking that much for this. And then for lentil, I need to find a dish. I know this is not an ideal bowl, but first of all, it doesn't matter what shape. I don't know why I'm giving details. Maybe most of you are not interested, but I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So the dish you soak it in doesn't really matter because you transfer it to the dish that you actually want to put on the table, and you want it to be glass because you want it to get sunlight. So that's what I'm doing. This bowl right here is my sourdough bowl, but I don't have any other glass big ones. I have a couple of big ones that are in the fridge. For lentil, we're gonna do also have, I think I want to do one dish of each. And I put them in baskets last year. I don't know what I'm going to do this year. So I'm basically going to rinse them a couple of times and then let them soak until tomorrow. All right, that's good for now. All right, so ignore the pile of my clothes here because that's all clean laundry for the last 2 days that I have had 0 time to do, so that's got to be done. So basically our king is a king. Our bed is a California king size, and these nightstands were never meant for this size of bed. They need to be bigger. So we got a bigger nightstand which goes all the way almost to here, so that has to go. Obviously all of this has to go. That mirror will stay for now, but then this whole wall is also going to be another project which I'll share with you. And then his nightstand goes, his mirror stays for now, the lamp stays for now. I ordered another lamp, which will get here soon. So I'll wait for that to come in. But yeah, that's what it looks like right now. But the project that we're doing is across the bed. So when you lay in bed, you can see the wall across it. It is, voila, ignore the mess all around. We just started removing everything. So this is the wall across it, and Jimon had this drawer that went all the way here. We just removed it. That's going to get removed. This whole wall from floor to ceiling is going to be a built-in kind of like a bookshelf with drawers for extra storage, and very similar concept to our coffee station, tea station downstairs. Good morning, everyone. I have my mask on. So last night I just woke up about 10 minutes ago. I was supposed to sleep in a little bit more, but I automatically woke up. Couldn't go back to sleep. Last night, the nightstand's finished, but it was so late and I was so drained that I couldn't pick up the camera, but I'll show you the nightstands, what they look like. But I came down this morning, popped up my mask, and I wanted to remind you that, first of all, there's a coming giveaway, not coming soon. That's real estate terms. There's a giveaway for this mask, series 1, and plus some other stuff, bits and pieces. But I also wanted to tell you that I've switched using this to mornings. I think I've talked about it in another video. So the reason I don't remember if I talked about it or not, I know I did, but then I don't remember if I edited it out or not. Sometimes the videos get way too long. Yes, I can talk forever and ever and ever to you guys and show you exciting things and talk to you about the exciting things. But sometimes the videos get so long that when it comes down to editing, I cut some of the things out. I'm like, it's not necessary or it's too long. And I keep the really important things. So I switched using it to the morning time because I found that at nighttime I'm having a little harder time doing it. And if you make something hard for yourself, you're not going to do it. So what I do is I pop this the first thing I wake up, come downstairs, drink my water, pop this on. And then while I'm making my coffee, the 10-minute runs out automatically. And I do have a discount code for the current body mask if you want, or anything else that you want on their website. My code is Sarv10 to get 10% off if you want to get anything on their website. Oh, and I also have a couple of real estate clients today. Well, 2. There were supposed to be 3, but one of them moved to tomorrow. So I have 2 today, 2 tomorrow. And very excited because I've been working with these clients for I've known them forever, and then I've been working with them for the last couple of months, and can't wait to find them the most beautiful and exciting house. Yeah, but I have those today, and then we'll see what the day takes us. All right, so here's the nightstand reveal. It's already made a huge difference. Now I'm kind of like looking at the color of my headboard. This is a really, really old headboard. It's a really old bed. It's almost 15 years. So my next project will be to replace this bed frame. Jima's gonna be like, absolutely not. But yeah, hopefully I can replace it with something that is a little bit more traditional, that's got similar tone wood to it. But yeah, it's already made a huge difference. And then look at Jima on side. He already decorated it with hi. He already decorated it with he's like, this is what I want. This is all of our pictures together. This is our first Miami trip. Same trip. So these 3 are the same trip. I'll go closer so you can see. He's like, I want, this is all I want on my nightstand. And then that's of course our dog. That is when he proposed to me in Paris. It's interesting because we didn't get any photos. My sister's mother-in-law took a screenshot of the video and framed it for us. So in this beautiful ceramic frame. And then this is the engagement party that his parents threw us the moment we got back, like a day or 2 after we got back. So yeah, so far this is what he has on his nightstand. This little monkey that I got him for one of the Valentine's days. But we got a lot of extra space already. So far on mine, I've got the main lamp, which will be replaced, this painting, these night lights. These lights, I have unboxed them before. I've talked about them before. I'm going to talk about it all the time. I have them all over my house. I have like 3 in my bedroom, 1 in here, 1 in the bathroom. What's great about these is that when I sleep and let's say I wake up in the middle of the night, I want a tiny little, right now it's on the highest and it dims all the way to the lowest. I normally have it to the lowest setting so that I can kind of like have a very, very dim light if I need something like a night light. And then I turn it back off. So it's great to have, and it adds a little cozy. This is the highest. I'm sure you can't see on camera. And then, oops, let's go to the lowest. And then this is the lowest. It's on, trust me, it's on. And they charge and then they last forever. Like I charged these last week and they're constantly on and they last forever. And then they come in different colors. If you don't like the brass, they come in black, white, many different colors and many different color shades and many heights. Like, oh, actually 2 heights. I think this is a short one. And then there's a long one that I also have in my living room. And then I've got this marble tray. I will list everything down in the description box below, the ones I can. That one, this one, this one. And then this book, I'm going to read it soon, but it's A Year in Provence. I got it, I think, a couple of months ago. I still haven't read it, but very, very excited for it. I have heard amazing things about it. And as you know, Provence is my favorite area in the world. So I'm going to read that. I have another Provence book that I got to read. I don't even want to know how long this video is. I'm just going to post whatever it is, even if it's an hour-long vlog. I apologize. I know some of you don't mind it, but I know that's a long vlog, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Got a lot of spring decluttering to do with my wardrobe, with my makeup vanity, with my skincare, everything will be decluttered in the next couple of weeks. So I'm gonna take you along and show you everything I'm doing, but I'm gonna leave the vlog here and start a brand new one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.